Good evening everyone, welcome to MSc the online classes. In this classes we will study about zero of polynomial. Okay, so we are going to start zero of polynomial. So before that we have to know about what is zero. Okay, don't think zero means zero, not an integer. For mathematics in polynomial chapter, 0 doesn't mean 0. It means the root. Okay, it means the root. Root means the source from which something is taken out. Okay, ଯେକୌଣସି ଜିନିଷ ମୂଳ ଯୋଉଠୁ ସେ ଜିନିଷଟା ଆସିଥାଏ, that is known as root. Okay, or it is also known as value of source. Okay, so let us understand it. Suppose we have an example of a polynomial like x square plus x. It is a polynomial, so it can be written as p. Since it is expressed in the terms x, so we can write p of x. So it is a polynomial in variable x. This polynomial is made from which terms? This polynomial is made from two terms, this term and this term. So we can say that what is the source of the polynomial? The source of the polynomial here is terms. But the terms are made from which? The terms are made from x. Here also this term is made from x, and x is known as a variable. Understood? Here x is known as variable. So we can ultimately say that a polynomial is made from the variable. So what is the source of the polynomial? The variable. Understood? So the value of the source, here the source is variable, its value is known as 0. Understood? Source means root and root means 0. So 0 means the value of the variable or the value of the x. Understood? The value of x is known as 0. Clear? So what is 0 polynomial? We know that the 0 is the value of the variable. Now what is 0 polynomial? For example, like we have p of x is equal to x plus 1. It is also a polynomial in x. So we can write p of x is equal to x plus 1. Okay. For example, let us suppose we will put the value of x to be 0. Okay. We will put the value of x to be 0. Then what will be the value of p of x? It will be how much? In the place of x we will put 0 because x is equal to 0. Plus 1 is equal to 1. Suppose we will put in the place of x minus 1. Okay. Then what will be the value of polynomial? In the place of x put minus 1, then plus 1. It will be how much? 0. So the 0 of polynomial means the value of x for which the polynomial value is 0 is called 0 of a polynomial. Again understand, the value of x for which the polynomial value is 0 is called 0 of a polynomial. But here in the first case we have the value of x or the value of the variable is 0. But after putting x is equal to 0, do you get the polynomial value is 0? No, we get the value of the polynomial will be 1. So it cannot be the 0 of polynomial. Okay, but after putting x is equal to minus 1, we get that the value of the polynomial will be 0. So it is known as 0 of polynomial. 0 means value of variable. Here the variable is x and its value is minus 1. Okay, so what will be the 0? Minus 1 will be the 0. Understood? So how we can define 0 of a polynomial? We can define it as the value of x. X means variable. So the value of the variable for which the value of polynomial is 0 is known as 0 of a polynomial. Clear? So define it. The value of variable. Okay, here the variable is x. Okay, the value of variable for which the value of polynomial is how much? 0. The value of polynomial will be how much? 0. Okay. X रो वेरिएबल जो वैल्यू पाई टोटल पॉलिनोमियल वैल्यू 0 हबो that is known as 0 of a polynomial. Clear? So one more example. Suppose we have a polynomial x minus 2. It is a polynomial. Let us put various values of x. Let x is equal to 1. Then what will be the value of polynomial? We can write it as p of, in the place of x we can write 1. Clear? So since the polynomial is x minus 2, so in the place of x we will put 1 minus 2. It will be how much? Minus 1. Clear? So after putting x is equal to 1, do you get the value of polynomial 0? No, we didn't get. So will it be the 0 of polynomial? No, it is not the 0 of polynomial. Let x is equal to 2. Then what is the value of polynomial? We can write p of x or p of, in the place of x, 2. So the value will be x plus 2 put collect 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So here in the second case the value of x will be 2, and for x is equal to 2 the value of polynomial will be 0. That's why this is known as 0 of a polynomial. Okay, if the question is asking us to find the 0 of a polynomial, then we can easily write that x is equal to 2 is the 0. Okay, 0 of the polynomial. Clear? Let one more example. Suppose polynomial is p of y. That means the polynomial is expressed in terms of y. Suppose it will be y minus 3 by 2. Clear? Here we are discussing about only linear polynomial. Linear means if the degree is 1. Here the degree is how much? 1. So I am writing y minus 3 by 2. Suppose we are putting let y is equal to 0. So we can write p of y value will be how much? P of 0. So in the place of y you can write put 0. So 0 minus 3 by 2 is minus 3 by 2. So does it become 0? Does the value of the polynomial become 0? No, it is not 0. After putting y is equal to 0. So it shouldn't be the 0 of the polynomial. Okay, clear? Let y is equal to 3 by 2. So p of y will be how much? P of 3 by 2. So in the place of y put 3 by 2. 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 will be how much? 3 minus 3 is equal to 0 by 2 is equal to 0. Here we get the value of the polynomial will be 0 after putting y is equal to 3 by 2. This is the source. This is the value of the source, or this is the root, or it is known as 0 of the polynomial. Why? Because after putting y is equal to 3 by 2 we are getting the value of polynomial to be 0. So we can easily define the 0 of a polynomial. Okay, but here the second question arises whether we can find out the 0 of a polynomial for any polynomial. In all of the above equation or in all of the above polynomial, we see that the polynomial is very simple. Okay, like this, like y minus 2, it is very simple. So that we can use or we can put here various value of x or y and check out whether the polynomial value will be 0. If it comes 0, then we can easily define its 0. But if the polynomial is too longer or it is very complex, then what we will do? How we can use this trial and error method? How we can put the various value of x to find out the value of polynomial? It will take too much time. So what we can do? Let's find out the procedure how to calculate the 0 of a polynomial. Okay, without using trial and error method. Trial and error method means we will not put the various value of x to find the value of polynomial. Okay. So now we will study about how to find 0. Okay. 0 means the value of x or the value of y or the value of variable. Okay. Value of variable. So for this, suppose we have a question p of x, okay, is equal to x minus root 2. Okay, p of x is x minus root 2. That means the polynomial is expressed in the terms of x, and that is x minus root 2. So the question asking us to find out the 0. So what we will do? We will put x is equal to 1, then p of x is how much? X is equal to 2, then p of x is how much? X is equal to minus 2, then p of x is how much? No, we will not using the trial and error method. In this case, what we will do? In this case, first, what we will do? First, in the step 1, what we will do? We have to put or assume the value of px to be 0. What we will assume? Let p of x is equal to 0. We have to assume it. Okay. So, as you know, what will the value of p of x? X minus root 2. So, in the place of p of x, you put x minus root 2 is equal to how much? 0. Yes or no? Yes. So, now, what we will do? We have to find out the value of x. That means 0. So, we have to find out the value of x here. So minus root 2 comes to right side or goes to right side. It will be 0 plus root 2 implies x is equal to root 2. This is our target, to find out the 0 or to find out the value of x. So we can easily calculate the value of x by putting the value of px to be 0. Okay. So this is the 0 of a polynomial. I think you are clear about how to find out the 0 of a polynomial. This is some questions or some procedures. Let us define or let us find some other question. Like, suppose the polynomial is given p of x to be 3x minus 33. Okay. Then question asking us to find the value of x or to find 0. Similar procedure are followed here. What we will do? We will assume that assume that the value of px to be 0. Clear? Now p of x is 3x minus 33 is equal to 0. As we are going to find the value of x or the value of 0, so 3x will be how much? Minus 33 goes to right, it will be plus 33. Clear? Then we have to find out the value of x. So x remains on the left side, 3 goes to the right side, it will be 33. 3 goes to the right side, it will be divide. 33 divided 3 is that how much? It will be 11. So this is the value of the root or the value of the variable. This is known as 0. Clear? Okay. So this is the second question. We will have the third question. Suppose a polynomial will be p of y will be y by 2 minus 3. See, it is a complex polynomial. It is not simple polynomial. We cannot find out the value of 0 by simply putting y is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, y is equal to 3 by trial and error method. Here what we will do? We have to find out the value of y. Y is the 0. So, similar to the previous example, we have to put let py is equal to 0. So, in the place of p of y, we can write y by 2 minus 3 is equal to 0. Clear? So, then it will be y by 2 minus 3 goes to the right, it will be plus 3. Then y will be how much? 2 becomes division here. When it comes to the or goes to the right side, it will be multiplication. So y is equal to how much? 6. This is the value of 0. Clear? So we can find out the value of the variable or the value of the 0 by simply putting the value of the polynomial to be 0. Okay. So these are the 0 polynomial concepts. Now if we have a question, verify whether 3 and minus 3, okay, are the roots. Root means 0. You can say it 0. Are the zeros. Why I am writing zeros? Zeros means plural form of 0. Here we are writing 2 roots, so I am writing zeros. Verify whether 3 and minus 3 are the zeros or roots of the polynomial 7x minus 21 is equal to 0. The polynomial can be written as p of x. Clear? So here we have to verify, we have to judge whether 3 and minus 3 are the 0 or where 3 and minus 3 are the value of x. Okay, so answer, as we have p of x is how much? 7x minus 21. How we will going to find out the value of 0? By simply putting p of x is equal to 0, normal. Then p of x is 7x minus 21 is equal to 0. So here 7x is equal to how much? 21. When minus 21 goes to right side, then x is equal to 21 by 7. 7 1 7 3 is equal to 3. Hence x is equal to 3. So we find that the value of the root or the 0 is 3. So whether 3 and minus 3 are the zeros? Yes, 3 is the zeros, but minus 3 is not the 0. Clear? So in this way we can verify whether a number or a 0 is the actual 0 of a polynomial